A Showbiz Tonight exclusive. Donald Trump strikes back against meltdown beauty queen Carrie Prejean, and it made for big news breaking today. Wait till you hear my exclusive interview with Trump today, getting his very first reaction to Prejean's over-the-top tantrum on CNN's Larry King Live. You are not going to believe what the Donald has to say about that. I also asked Trump if he plans on suing Prejean for her claims about how he runs his pageant, accusing Trump in her new book of singling out some of the beauty queens and humiliating them. And I just had to ask Trump today if he would ever consider making Carrie Prejean a contestant on his hit TV show Celebrity Apprentice. This is the headline-making interview you will see only on Showbiz Tonight, beginning with Donald Trump's very first reaction to Carrie Prejean's meltdown on Larry King Live. I want to start first with Carrie Prejean's meltdown on CNN's Larry King Live. I don't know if you caught the show, but at one point, Larry was asking Carrie why she settled her lawsuit against the pageant. She told Larry he was being inappropriate. At one point, she even took off her mic.
I'm not asking you what the settlement was. I'm asking you, why did you agree to settle?
It's a confidential agreement, and I am not allowed to talk about that.
So the agreement discusses the motive behind why each party agreed?
Larry, you're being inappropriate. You really are. So I'm not going to talk about...
I'm asking a question.
I'm not going to talk about anything that was discussed in mediation. It's completely confidential, and it was a confidential settlement.
All I'm asking... So, all right. So what you're saying is, in mediation, it was discussed why you were mediating.
Larry, it's completely confidential, and you're being inappropriate.
What's your reaction to that?
Well, I actually was watching. I'm a big fan of Larry King, and I was watching this, and I was very surprised to see it because she was talking about how inappropriate he was. Inappropriate is more of a sexual term as far as I'm concerned. I mean, inappropriate. He asked a very, very easy question, and I was surprised that she just didn't say, hey, listen, I can't answer that question. Instead, she wants to walk off the stage. It was very surprising. It was really very strange to watch it. Yeah, it was too bad. I felt badly for her, actually.
It was all very, very odd. And Donald, there are startling claims that former Miss California USA, of course, Carrie Prejean, is making about how you run your beauty pageants. Here's what she told CNN's Larry King.
You know, we were on stage, and there were some women on the right and some women on the left, and there were some women who were devastated. They felt that they didn't, that Donald Trump didn't like them, that, you know, he didn't look at them enough, and am I portraying him as a horrible person? No, and Donald Trump is such a small part of my book, and people would like for me to get distracted by that, and I'm not going to let that happen.
In her book, Donald, she says, and I quote, "It became clear that the point of the whole exercise was for him to divide the room between girls he personally found attractive and those he did not." Is that true?
It is all very simple. First of all, it is not factual, but it's all very simple. I happen to have very good taste when it comes to beauty, and I do pick people. However, with all of that being said, I shake hands with the girls. I'm nice to them. I'm nice to everybody. And what I have in my mind, only I know about. And I have a yellow pad, although I have a great memory. I have a yellow pad. I write certain things down. But nobody sees that other than me. Now, during the course of saying hello to people, I'll jokingly say who should win. And the girls will blurt out names, et cetera, but that's all fun. The girls loved meeting me. I loved meeting them, and I don't know what Carrie is talking about.
So she just misinterpreted the situation.
Well, sadly, because, you know, I have a good heart, and I'm nice to people. And, you know, the pageants have become so successful, not because I'm a bad person. And I'm really nice to people. In fact, I'll go a step further. The ones that I know can't win, I'm nicer to them.
Right.
I actually go out of my way. I don't say I feel sorry for, but I actually go out of my way to be nicer to the girls that I know can't win.
Yeah, make them feel comfortable. Well, you are a very, very friendly guy. And I want to ask you about this now, Donald, because Larry also asked Carrie about the comments you made about her regarding the sex tape. You told Extra she's trying to act like a nun. Maybe she should release the tape and people would see whether or not she is a nun. Here's what Carrie told CNN's Larry King.
I have so much respect for him. I think that he was thrown into the middle of this, and I really respect him as a businessman, and I know that at the end of the day, he has to listen to the people who he hired and who work for him. But I really wish he would have done a little bit more of an investigation on what really went on.
Donald, does that just make you angry? Because she's intimating here that you listen to what people tell you and you don't have your facts straight. And also 89% of our viewers say that Carrie in over her head here. What do you say to all of that?
Well, maybe she is in over her head. And frankly, I have very good executives that really have taken this pageant to new levels of success and popularity. And in all fairness, all of this publicity inures to the benefit of the pageant. Now, as far as the sex tape, I guess Carrie was the one that told people about the sex tape. She openly admits there's a sex tape. Maybe she should reveal the sex tape to see whether or not it's horrendous or whatever.
Do you plan to sue Carrie for what she's saying about you?
No, because she's been very nice to me, actually. She was very nice to me in the book. I've always felt warm toward Carrie. I think she's a nice person. I don't know who's leading her down this path, but it's unfortunate. But, no, I don't plan to sue Carrie. I think she really has been very respectful of me. The only thing I didn't like is what she said when I lined the girls up. I think Carrie really needs a little bit of guidance.
Well, you know a good opportunity when you see it, Donald, as far as getting attention, publicity. Do you think you would ever consider Carrie as a contestant on The Celebrity Apprentice? After all, people would watch for the fireworks.
Well, we have such great people we're shooting right now, and the people we have are just incredible. So, I don't know. That'll be for next season. We'll have to see where is Carrie next season.